When the car journey to the start of your walk looks like this, and you arrive at the car park and can't tell where the car parking surface ends and the entire rest of the hillside begins, you know you're in for an absolute treat. Although you might get a little bit chilly on your way around. So, this, my friends, is the wonderful Stiperstones in Shropshire. This is a smaller hill than you might have seen me tackle on this YouTube channel. This is nothing like some of the absolutely epic Scottish mountains I've done. But you know what, my friends? I'm not trying to do epic mountaineering, I'm trying to enjoy my life. And I think being somewhere like this for a few hours, with snow on the ground and a relatively clear sky, is as much as I could ever ask for. So just watch this next clip for a bit of humour. I told my dad to just walk across nice and cool in front of the camera, and way straight away he slips and trips over. Although that's definitely a good indicator that even though I say this is a smaller hill than some of the ones I've done on this channel already, of course, in slippy, snowy and icy conditions, especially with this uneven rocky hilltop, it's very easy to pick up an injury, and there's never ever a time on any hill to be complacent or to just assume everything's always going to be okay. So you can see this is a really interesting hill. There's not really many like this that I've done, and you've just got these little rocky outcrops and tors. This is obviously the peak here with the trig point on the top. Now, my filming at the top was terrible, so we'll look at some better footage in just a second, but it was so windy and exposed, even just up on that slight rocky elevation, that this was the best series of selfies I managed to take. I couldn't even look at the camera, it was so bitterly cold and so windy up there. And again, getting down into a little bit of shelter and zooming in on those far hills. What an absolutely magical, wintry, Christmassy, however else you want to describe this. What a wonderful scene. What a beautiful environment to be in. And as I say, to be lucky enough to spend a few hours out here, especially when somebody else was driving and had to take all of the risk of going up and down the snowy, icy roads. You can see here that's the sort of distance that we walked, like a nice circular route up to the top and down. Found a few friends along the way here, and I think this next clip, you see, I try to just do a nice little bit of walking, and oh yes, lovely. Oh, and now I've slipped. Once again, proving the point that even a nice, relatively flat-looking path on a relatively shallow incline compared to some hills, you can never ever rest easy and assume it's all good. Anyway, this was just a little bit of scenery and a little bit of a view from the wonderful Stiperstones in Shropshire, and this was done as a bit of a memorial walk for my nan's birthday, who grew up and lived in this area many, many years ago. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll do it again next year.